He knows when I'm live. He knows when I stream. And he called me. And I was just like, my first thought was like, why is he calling me? It could be something serious. And the second I think it could be something serious, my mind goes to my dad. Because he's like the only person in my family that has had a past of this, that we know is going to have health issues because of his weight potentially, or other things that have gone on. You know what I mean? And his first words to me, I got my earbud out. I was on stream. You guys can see in the VOD if you want. It was Friday night. If you are a sick freak and want to go watch that, I wouldn't fault you for it because it's probably interesting and scary maybe. And now I'm explaining it, it might be more tempting, so you're not weird if you watch it. Yeah, Friday night's VOD. Wait, is this why you're up 1v1 me that other night? Like 2 to 4 a.m.? No, I think it was before. I think it was before that. I don't think he was dead at that time. There's no way. No, he wasn't. I was just on playing. I've been grinding. I've been trying to get better again. But he called me and I took my earbud out so I could hear him. And the first thing he said in like a shaky tone was like, end stream. Turn your stream off. And I was like, oh. Like right there, I was like, it has to be my dad. You know what I mean? It's like, this would have been infinitely worse if he didn't have any of these issues and I didn't think anything of it. You know what I mean? Like, he literally said end stream. I was like, oh, I was thinking about it. It's him. I end my stream. I think I said to Vertex and PM, I've never left a call like that before. I said, hey guys, I'll be on tomorrow. We play tomorrow. I gotta go. Bye. And I left. And I mean, Vertex DM'd me because he's known me for a while. I haven't left a call like that ever. PM was probably like, who's this fucking jerk off leaving call like that? Like, what the fuck? Like, that was a weird way to leave. Like, I've never done that. And he's recently met me. And I ended my stream. I was like, guys, I gotta go. It's an emergency. I don't even remember saying that. I don't remember saying anything, but apparently people knew because I said it's an emergency. Pet DM'd me. So the only people who knew were my girlfriend, like right away, Pet and Vertex, and because they were the ones who messaged me. You guys just met, so I had no clue. Yeah, I don't leave calls like that. Like, I usually am like, I'll talk. I talk to leave usually, or like maybe it'll be quiet for a while and I'll just be like, yeah, I'm gonna hop off. Like, it's more casual. It's just quick. I had to go. I was out the door. I'm on the 3rd floor. I fucking grabbed some shit from my room, sprinted to my car because my brother basically told me the first thing he said was like, he's like, dad wasn't breathing. And he gave me details later, but he's like, he's not breathing and the paramedics are here. Like, mom and I are downstairs. And he didn't even say come home, but I said, should I come home? And he was like, probably. And I was like, yeah. And I came home right away. I got there in 22 minutes. It was a 30-minute drive. I flew from Philly back to the suburbs. I parked on the side of the street because Mark told me there's probably not a lot of space. There was about 6 ambulances outside. And I walked in, and the first thing they said was like, it was probably 30. It was probably 30 minutes after they had just started. But I wasn't going to tell the story, but I may as well. I mean, some of you guys are here. You guys might care. You guys might not. It doesn't matter. It happened. And it's traumatizing again, not even as much for me, but more for my mom and my brother. But what basically happened was my daddy came to sleep after my mom, and he was just breathing. He has a CPAP machine, like sleep apnea. So he has the machine, like the mask and stuff, and he doesn't really wear it very often, ever, really. He does sometimes. He used to more, but he wasn't wearing it. And who knows if it would have helped or not. The guy, even the EMT when he passed, was basically like, it could have prolonged it. It could have helped. It could have made it worse. Like if you wore it a lot, because I guess it weakens you. It's like not breathing manually as much, so it might make it worse. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to make us feel better, but I did believe him at the time, and I still kind of do. But he basically, my brother was in the bathroom, and my mom was asleep next to him, and apparently he was breathing. I can't even replicate the noise because I've never heard the noise accurately. My brother and my mom both say it was traumatizing sound, and just like it sounded like he was struggling to breathe, kinda. Just a weird noise coming from his mouth. My mom tried to wake him up a little bit, and he just wouldn't wake up. And after like 5 minutes of the weird breathing, he like sat up. I guess like not even like coherent, and just almost immediately, like he sat up for a second, and my mom was like, "Are you all right?" And he just immediately fell back and was like out cold, pretty much. And my brother, they both heard the noise. My brother could hear it from the bathroom. My mom yelled for him, and Mark came in and basically did relentless chest compression, like CPR, like pushing on with all his weight, all his force for probably 5 minutes until the EMT showed up. My mom called him. They're probably panicking out of their mind. At one point, my brother pulled his tongue out of his mouth. He probably threw up a little bit, apparently, like blood. And you just, like, they had to really see the horrors of that. Sorry, Aziz, bad timing. What up, though? they had to like they really had to go through the horror. Yeah, I don't think he did choke on his own tongue though, but you know what I mean. Like I don't think he did. But he might have been, but I don't think he was. I don't think it made a difference. Apparently he was a little swollen, but I don't know. But they had to see like, you know, my mom had to be in the room for that noise and him sitting up and falling back and as her last memory. And then my brother was doing it. Like I said, my mom went downstairs, called them. They came 5 minutes later. So for 5 minutes, Mark was doing literally every single thing he possibly could to wake my dad up, kind of. And then they got there after 5 minutes. I guess the medics got there after like 10, 15 minutes. And then I got there probably a half hour later and I walked in and we heard it wasn't great, but like I'm thinking the longer it goes, the better. It turns out the longer it goes, the worse. Anything after 20 minutes is apparently usually downhill. Again, I think a lot of my time when it first happened was spent feeling horrible for my brother and my mom because they had been there and seen the horrifying. I can't even imagine how much worse it would have been to have been involved with that, especially because they live with him every day. Like they're with him every day. The trauma, yeah, I can't even like the, you know. Yeah, Curtis. Well, when I got there, they were probably about 40 minutes after it first happened. And I was hopeful, of course, the whole time I'm driving home. I'm like, he's not going to die. And when he does live, we're going to get him on his fitness journey because we can't have this happen again. And if like the whole time I'm thinking positive thoughts, kind of. And genuine positive thoughts because I really, you know, I've had my dad for fucking 26 years. What's stopping him from staying in longer? He's still young. He's 58. We got the EMT. They're going to get him. One of the first, I walked in the kitchen. I hugged my mom. It was just shocked and sad. And my brother was letting the dogs out and he walked us into the side room. One of the EMTs, like medic guys, he's like, would you like to take a seat over there? I want to tell you guys stuff and what's going on. And we sat down and he says, they're like trying to relieve pressure. We've been at it for a while. And he basically, this gets a little graphic, so I'm sorry for saying this out loud, but he basically said like, we're going to do 10 minutes. They was like, it's not looking great, but we're going to do 10 minutes of what we're doing right now, trying to relieve pressure with like these needles and stuff and tubes and stuff. And if it doesn't work, then we're going to like cut into the throat, like the whatever artery, and like cut into his throat and like put the tube in and like force him to breathe kind of thing. Cause he was already manually being made to breathe. Like he wasn't doing it on his own. They were breathing for him. So he was swelling up. So the guy said, we're going to do this for 10 more minutes. If it doesn't work, we're going to do the last resort. And the last resort is that, like trachea, I guess, like where they put it in your throat. And if that doesn't work, they were like, we're going to have to terminate. That's it. Like, that's all we can do. And then 10 minutes later, I'm expecting either one, positive news that he's all right, or two, negative news and that they're going to try the throat thing. And he basically came down and said, he's not all right. So I'm thinking we're going to try the throat thing. And his next sentence was like, and he's very swollen and we don't think it'll work. Like, it's not worth doing at this point because the other things haven't relieved the pressure and the throat thing's supposed to relieve pressure. So again, I thought we had a 10-minute break or a 10-minute wait to see if he was going to be, do the throat thing. And he came down and was like, we're not doing it. He's dead, basically. Like and it was like up to our call if we wanted to like have him transported to a hospital where they have like, pretty much they were saying we have everything that they have there. We're doing everything that they would be doing there. And even if he does live, his brain has lacked oxygen for a long enough time to where he's never going to, he wouldn't be the same. He'd be on a ventilator. His quality of life would be horrible. So we called it, you know what I mean? Just one of those, thank you, Clip Dry, I appreciate it. It's just shit. It's horrible. They must have had a doctor with them. Yeah, they had like two EMTs or medics or whatever. They might have even had someone else up there that we didn't see. But two of them were talking to us. And that was kind of it. And we sat down with my mom right there and we're like, I guess we should just fucking be done. Like, what is our other option, More humane option, unfortunately? Yeah, I mean, it is. It is, I guess. It's what it would have been better. Obviously, I wish, like, I don't know. Like, there was not really much choice for us, It's just terrible. It's just fucking terrible. And we were in shock to the point where we were just candidly talking about things and how our life was going to change. And, like, we weren't even, like, really crying yet. Like, I don't think we cried for, like, fucking 10 hours, 12 hours. The first time I cried, even a little, is when we had to call my dad's sister, his twin sister who lives in Florida, at 3 a.m. We knew she was going to answer. And she woke up and the first thing my mom said was like, Jeff's dead. And She handled it really well. Again, probably just their shock. Again, she gets a call at 3 in the morning, just like me and the rest of my family. One, it's bad news. 3 in the fucking morning. Who's calling? Two, her brother has had issues. He's had these health issues, and like you kind of just, your mind just goes to that. So I think just the potential of what it could have been, the immediate like bandage rip off, he's dead. She handled it very well for what it's worth. And at the end of the call, when my mom said Mark and Cole were there, she said, Mark, Cole, like, I hope you guys are all right. Like I love you, babies, or whatever. I forget the exact wording. She's like, I love you guys. Like, I really hope you guys are, like, we're going to get through this. And it was just horrible to hear. Because they were so close. I mean, my dad and his sister were so close. They're twins. I mean, fucking, it was horrible. Everything involved is horrible. I am trauma dumping for sure on you guys. No, I don't blame you, Carrots. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, I tell you guys because I'm an open book and it will come out eventually if I don't talk about it now. It's fine. I think talking about it now is fine. You guys know I'm not hiding anything. You guys know what I've. Can't imagine the pain of losing your twin. Yeah, I dude, I can't either. Sorry, Liz. That's tough. That's horrible. But yeah, I mean, it's we're dealing with it. Again, we've been with the family. We've been with our people, and it's been good. As good as it can be. Like I said, we've been laughing, drinking a little bit, not drinking sometimes, having good ass food that people have brought over. The mods in my stream sent the fucking most beautiful flowers. My brother sent me a picture. It's awesome. You bottle it up, no, I'm not. I wouldn't bottle it up. I'm just not like that. I don't have that. I'm not built like that. I think my brother sent me the picture of the flowers the stream sent. I'll show you guys if I can find them real quick. Please thank Mom on stream. The note says, and I'll read it for you guys. It says, Dear Maze family, I just doxed myself a little bit. We're sorry for your loss. This is from all my mods, like my stream mods forever. Beautiful flowers too. Pet picked them out, I think, and he's careful. He did a great job. Sorry for your loss, and we're holding you close in our thoughts. It's hard to read from this, is far away. And then it says, lots of love, the Colazo Mod Squad. And it's just a beautiful, it doesn't look as great from here because the green, but like the flowers are they're in a white vase and the flowers are very pretty and they did a great job. My mom was very grateful to have it. She was like, they're great. They're beautiful. And they're great. I was just cool to get a nice thing like that. Like it was awesome. Yeah, my father passed away. Those are beautiful. They're beautiful flowers. They're so, it was so nice. They was organized. My friend ended up buying them. Yeah, no, Sam, I don't feel weird about talking with you guys. I'm open book as far as things go. Yeah, Cindy, I'm trying it, No, we do have a great support system. We really do. Thank you, Jaden. It's, I appreciate Uncle Drew, seriously. You guys know I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I mean, it's just the worst thing about this, not the worst thing, the worst thing is that he's fucking dead. One of the worst things is that, like, right when someone dies, you kind of go into, like, financial mode. Like, you're like, oh, what are we paying for funeral-wise? What are we... You know what I mean? Like, it's gross. It's a gross thought process, but you have to have it, kind of. You're, like, paying for all the dumbest things ever, And you're just, like, planning funeral things. Like, it's just terrible. It's just a disgusting thing. Those pictures, I'm scrolling through pictures right now because I have so many on my phone. This is my mom and dad on the beach, I guess. This is one of the ones we have framed. It's weird seeing him this thin because, again, he's probably about my age in that. 25, maybe even younger. 23, maybe. My brother's age. It's like different than my mom. I mean, they're a beautiful couple, you know what I mean? Not just saying that because they're my parents. They're a good-looking couple. And it's horrible. See someone as a kid, you look so young, dude, it's weird. You don't even have to see my dad now. It's just weird to see someone like that and know they're like dead. It's horrible that I just even said that. But, it's shitty, man. I have all the photos saved, so if I have any good ones, I can show them. I'm looking for them. My nose is all stuffed now. I mean, I don't even know if I would show any more of these. They're great pictures, though. They're all going to be on like a little collage tomorrow, basically. Seriously. You'll go out like him. I've heard that I do and don't. I think my brother probably looks a little bit more like him, but we get that a lot. We go back and forth with it. He's just, it's horrible. I want to show you guys this. My mom, his mom just took it because they always go to the Eagles games whenever she comes in. But I mean, I love this one. That's the only reason I'm showing it. This one won't make me cry. I mean, maybe it will. Who knows? Sorry for the nipple, but you know, just so like you just having a good time in the Eagles game. My grandma's probably like, I'm gonna record you. Fucking his mom was probably like, I'm gonna record you having a good time. He's just happy, man. He's just fucking happy, like always. There's literally he's happy. He's the happiest person in every picture we ever have. Even when he looks like a fucking goofy dork, he's just the happiest. Like he's taking fucking selfies and sending, like we went through his photos. We had to go through his photos to get pictures. And he just has some goofy ass fucking selfies that he took. And I'm like, that are so funny that he probably only sent to his mom of like him in an Eagles shirt. Just, you know, it's horrible. It fucking sucks. He's just the best person. And for him to be the one that's kind of what my mom was saying. Like for him to be the one that had to go, for having the mentality he had, the way he lived life, like he just didn't, they never deserve it, right? No one deserves it, you know? But he certainly did not deserve it. We had a lot of happy members, yeah. I mean, he was just the happiest motherfucker. Also need a review on switching to earbuds, let's be real. Dude, I fucking love them. I hear just fine. Game sounds good. They don't hurt my ears for a little bit. Maybe they did a tiny bit, and they're more noise canceling, so I don't hear as much around me. I love them. I love the earbuds. Like headphones, yeah, they're like the same. And it kind of makes sense why they'd be better too. I mean, it's in my ear. They can really precisely put the audio. And you think of a headphone, it's like the audio comes. I don't know. I like them. Price $45. Truth Ear Red IEMs. See you later. Headphone debt. Yeah, hopefully that goes away. Maybe I can do a. You know. He was Zach. He was a bubbly, happy dude. Dude, it makes me smile looking at him too. Like I said, it's fucking awesome, man. He just is a really good person. And that's what it ultimately comes down to, I think. And it's just sad. It's just sad. It's sad. I'm his son, obviously. You know, I'm going to be sad. It made me even more sad looking at, like, even thinking about it now than when I was looking at him. But looking at pictures of him my age is so weird. Like, we could have been friends, you know what I mean? It's like one of those, like, this is going to sound stupid, but you almost, like, forget. Thank you so much, Alex. Seriously, you've been great. Like, I really appreciate it. Yeah. No, you almost forget that your parents were kids, you know? Like, it's hard to imagine your parents learning and going through life like you go through life. It is. When you see pictures, you're like, it like hits you, you're like, oh fuck. And I really didn't see that many pictures of my dad when he was younger. Like I maybe had seen a couple, but I just went through all of them. And it's like, dude, like their honeymoon, my mom and his honeymoon, I get that 100%. It's weird. Like, but when you really think about it, like if your parents are still alive, and I'm going to do with my mom, of course, she knows, my mom knows more than anyone how much I care about her. More than my dad knew when he died, how much I care about her. Like she knows. Don't leave me, you know what I mean? But she knows. But when you know, your parents, like when you hit a certain age, your parents kind of become just friends because you don't have to see them all the time. You choose how much you see them usually. And you get to see if like they're people you would, obviously they're family, like you hang out with family. Everyone's just here for the first time. That's crazy. Literally though, it's a stupid cliche thing, but that's what it is. Like you see like, no, thank you, Clutch. That's okay. I appreciate it. Like I said, like you see your family and you're like, these are just, you leave and you see them every once in a while and you hang out with them as much as you can based on how much you want to see them and stuff. And, they are just the same person. They're your parents. They're the people that raised you. Like they are the people you've seen them in their like strictest times, even when they don't know what they're doing. I was their first child. Like they don't know how to raise a kid. They're just trying their best. And then they get older and you become kind of friends, like just true friends where you're just like hanging out, shooting the shit with them and stuff. And like, yeah, we're going to Andrew get a tattoo for him. I think that's what we're talking. it's crazy to think about. Like, he just could have been like, if he wasn't my dad and he was my age, he could have been my friend, you know? Like a weird thought to have. Like, at one point he was a fucking kid, you know? At one point he was the age, I'm not a kid, but you know what I mean? Like, he's sick. He was just sick. In the best way. I say that, you guys know my vocab. He was a sick fucking person. He was awesome. Completely out of nowhere. I mean, not completely. He was, if anyone was going to have an issue in my family, it would have been him because of his weight and just other things he's gone through in the past. But it was as out of nowhere as it could have been. Good night, Kangry. Good night. Appreciate it. No, it does, Clarkson. Like, you hear about it all the time, and I think about it all the time, but I'm serious. God, I can't even say it. The one thing right now that I think would make me tear up. If he was around, like, if you have one more time to talk to someone, like, obviously it sucks because you're never gonna fucking die, you know what I mean? Like, you don't plan on dying most of the time. And it might be horrible to say, this is a little tangent, but like, at one point I said, like, right when he died, I was like, I wish he fucking had some horrible disease so I could, like, that made him suffer for a tiny bit. Obviously I don't wish he suffered at all, but I wish we knew it was coming more so we had time to really express just how much we really did. Like I would have like told him so much more. And you hear about that all the time. Like, I hear people say it on Twitter in real life, videos, anything. Like, you never know, so just say it. Like, say how you really feel, and like, you just don't, kind of like, you do. You might. And I started saying I love you to my parents almost every time I phone calls, like little things. I started hugging them goodbye, especially my dad, because he's never a hugger. In the last few years, he became a hugger because I would go up and hug him every time. So I tried to do it. I tried to be more open with things like that, like talking to your parents about stuff like that. And yes, he knows I love him. I'm not trying to beat myself up, but not breathe. Like, he knows. I promise you guys, he knew. Like, I made it clear that I loved him. I told him I loved him often. But if you had that one more time, like, I could have told him all the thoughts I tell you guys. Like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe at all. I could have been like really specific about how little things he did affected me positively. And how I appreciate him for so many things. So, not to preach at you guys, but if your family is still alive, or if you have people like that, and you haven't told them you love them, or just to talk, or even like gone into detail, like I would, Easier to say than it is to do. I don't even have water in my room right now. Easier to say than it is to do by a fucking mile. Like, it's so simple, I hear it a million times, and I always kind of take the thought for granted, but I do it a little bit. Go all fucking in. Like, if you hear it and you want to, I would say do it. Like, it's worth to be a fucking cornball and really just have a sit down and, because I would. Oh, it's horrible. And again, the last memories I had with him were all so positive. They really were. I don't know. I don't need to sit here and keep talking, but yeah, I mean, he was seriously great. I don't, like I said, I don't need to talk to you guys about this all night. Like, I don't need to sit here and cry all night. I've cried enough. I've been with my family a lot, and I'll probably sleep, and I'll wake up tomorrow, and I'll probably go home. Like I said, I probably will not be live tomorrow, unless late tomorrow night, I decide to randomly come home and fucking scrim or play whatever's happening and stream. But I don't know. And then Fridays is viewing, stuff like that. I'm actually doing it. I've heard people before. I've heard before. I haven't thanked my people. Appreciate them as much as I like. Dude, I'm so serious. It is so worth it. Like, even reading that, like, I wish I could. Oh, you hear it so much. You hear it so much. Like I said, he knew. It's not like he didn't know, but I wish I could have gone into like explicit detail and really thought about it. Like everything I would have said, or even just the initial emotions that I have now, like the things I could say now, you know? Thank you, Brooke, God, everyone. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Ahmad, Jit, Alex, T-Bird, all you guys. Zem, Clarkson, incredible people, and I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. Everyone. I don't need to say every name. You guys know who you are. You guys know you're in here. You know. Just dude, fuck. Just I haven't cried. This is probably the most I've cried consecutively. I'm serious. It's like I've had slight conversations and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we'll be back, chat. We'll be back. I will be back grinding because I still have the motivation to grind, and things are gonna keep going. And like today, I didn't cry almost the entire day until I was driving home. And then it was fucking chalk from there. Thank you for the tier 1 35, Simone. Gotta go to bed now. Love being here. Love this community built. Love you. Sending all your family. Have a good night, man. Thank you so much. I love you too. You're awesome. You know. I try, Schwampy. No, yes, of course. I'm lucky that. Imagine I had fucked out. I'm not gonna name drop anyone, and to lighten the mood a little bit, like just imagine I had like a Fortnite community. Not that there wouldn't be crazy support, but I have like real people sending real messages that have real lives that I believe that they actually have, as opposed to like, you know, I'm not gonna name drop, but I'm not trying to, you know. I appreciate you guys for being real humans that try to help me with this in like knowledgeable ways, and being older community. Obviously, some of you guys are young, but I definitely have an older community. Playing Fortnite, play Reload. Yeah, I need to get on. Madison's gonna watch my VOD to fall asleep tonight and just watch me fucking crying on stream. So whatever. Now my girlfriend's crying. Tell your girlfriend she's the best, and don't cry. It's not worth it. Stupid to cry. Why would you cry? No, it's not. You can cry whenever you want.
Fucking go tag.
Oh, and I gotta hear that. Oh my god.
About.
Oliver, dude, holy shit! Thank you for the 10,000 bits again, dude. You dropped 10,000 the other day. You are the goat. I love you, man. I miss you. You know, I'm going to. Thank you so much. I can't even get like super excited. I can't even breathe. You are awesome, and I really fucking appreciate it. That's a fucking lot of bits. No, I know, Jed. I know. I don't troll with it because I mean what I say, and I really do mean what I say, and I'll argue that to death. And that's one of the arguments. That's one of the things my dad and I argued about a lot. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Aggressive noise out of nowhere. It freaks me out every time. No, well, recently probably because I haven't been able to call her sometimes a little bit. Don't tell her I said that because I've been home, my parents' place, sleeping on a fucking couch because my different grandmoms, different nights have my bed. So I haven't been able to call her at night sometimes like I normally would. I do every night. Is your girlfriend Maddie, like the streamer MXTDY? You guys have met her if you watch it, but whatever. Yeah, I fucking love you guys, man. Yeah, Schmecky, 100%. I love you guys. I'm just gonna get off because like why sit here and just like talk about more? You guys know everything. I think I've talked about everything, honestly, way more detail than I thought I would have gone into tonight, or maybe even ever. But I always do it because I can't stop. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably be live. I'll be live tomorrow. I won't be live tomorrow. I just said that. I just lost my train of thought because I'm reading chat. Seeing something. Okay, yo, I got you, Vertex. I'll read it. I don't know. I don't mind. I'll get off. Oh, that's fucking cool. Thank you for sending that. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. You know what I mean? But that is fucking cute. That's actually a cool ass. I'm gonna send that to my brother just see what he says about it because I think it's really, it's awesome. Like shit like that'll make my brother or my mom very happy just to see. I appreciate the fuck out of that. That was awesome. Sean B. Shark, thank you so much for the tier 1. I can reply to you, Vertex, but I think you hear me. Thank you for sending that. I'm just gonna love it because that's cool and that's sweet. You guys are awesome. Again, love y'all. I'll be live probably Friday night, I think, even though again Friday we'll see what's happening because like I said, I think we're doing the meeting or whatever it's called. Viewing. He's not viewing because he's cremated. I mean, an urn. You know what I mean? But we're gonna do the that where they come up from 12:30 to 1 or 12 to 1:30. Sorry, it's like an hour and a half, and then a party at my house Friday day. But then I'm gonna try my best, unless people are still there that late at night, to come back and play this trio cash cup because I want to play and I don't want to let my teammates down. Not that they would not understand, because they would, but we will see. Visitation, is that what it is? Yeah, visitation. Of course, Sam. I love you too. Brian, good night. You too, Vertex. Love y'all. I love you guys, seriously. But yeah, I'll probably be back Friday. I would love to scrim, and I promise you guys, when this shit gets sorted and things go back to a bit more normal, I will be grinding my fucking balls off, because I have enjoyed the Fortnite grind recently and just playing with a team that cares. And for something about it, it's been really fun to me. And of course, shit like this would derail it. I start playing Fortnite and grinding, and my dad fucking dies. You know what I mean? Like, what a shit luck. What shit luck. I don't grind for 3 years. I get on and grind, and he fucking goes. What can you do? I'll be back though. It'll be fun. I love you guys, man. Peace out. Good night. Like I said, I'll see y'all Friday, I think, most likely, for the Cash Cup. And then Saturday, if Vertex can play. I'll be live as much as I can be live. If I'm not live, you know where I am. I'm probably going to put out a tweet in the next few days. And then the tweet will probably be worded as if you guys have never heard me say this. So expect that. Love y'all. Thank you guys for everything.